So I promised that I would get started by 2021 with Gilli-Occult. And it's not exactly how I want to, but I figured if I wait till I got everything right, because I am rebranding, then I'll never get started. So I'm going to take what I've gathered thus far and bring you information. One of the first things I'd like to say is that I am bringing this simply for informational purposes. I most likely am either experimenting with the information. I found it to be interesting. I found that it helped in some way on my spiritual journey. And so I wanted to bring it to you. I like to remain unbiased when I present this information because I am bringing it to you out of books. The whole reason Gilli-Occult was started was because I started collecting rare books in the occult and esoteric realm because of my interest in magic. But my scientific nature had to have some validations, I should say, on whether or not certain things were actual and true and in fact real. It's been an exciting journey, and I started off with talking to spirits. And I had got my proof of that, and it just kept me going. So that's what I'm going to do. I just want to let you guys know here. If you can look on the previous videos, you see me experimenting with different spells and giving my opinion on different books. And that's not going to change. That's going to continue to happen. I'm going to still come to you with reports of the things that I try in these books, of the teachers I find that are helpful to you in your journey as a solo practitioner. Or even if you're not a solo practitioner, I hope that I can share something that will be helpful. So again, I try to have an unbiased nature. If you don't agree with what I'm saying here, you can voice it, but let's keep it PC. Let's keep it clean. I don't want any negative things here. I'm also going to just keep it light on here on YouTube because I haven't been on in a while, and I'm seeing that they have a lot more restrictions. So hopefully I can gain enough of a following to where you guys will come with me on Patreon and get on the podcast once I'm able to get everything up and rolling. I have all my equipment. I just need to be able to have the time to set it up. So I am going to be doing that gradually still. I'm glad you can join me here at Gilli-Occult. So with that said, the first books that I'm going to introduce you guys to this year are books that I get every year. And that is from the Lewellyn Family. The Lewellyn Family, I get their calendar. And I am in my meditation room, so I don't think I brought it in here. I think I left that in my office. So the first one is Lewellyn's Moon Sign Calendar. I usually go with our moon sign book. I usually go with the book, but this year I went with the astrological calendar because I like to carry my things with me. The astrological book, the moon sign book is a little thick. I'm just trying to move lighter, considering how I have to have a mobile office with me mostly everywhere I go. Then the second one will be Lynn Palmer's Astrological Almanac. I get that every year. Lynn Palmer is pretty good with her predictions. And I get her book every year. It has like a best days like list. So she goes through like different activities and hobbies or interests or errands or tasks that a typical person may have. And she gives you the best days to try these things. Now, of course, take it with a grain of salt. She's more right. She's right more often than not. So, check out Lynn Palmer's Astrological Almanac. And oh yeah, I wanted to say that I'm gonna close with what I'm currently doing myself, and you can check it out. Like, so I want to highlight teachers. I want to highlight information that I'm finding very useful on my journey as a solo practitioner. And I've been into lately Vedic sciences, chanting, ohms, mantras, I should say. And ohms are what we're practicing right now. If you're interested on who I am using for that, it's Dark Lordism. He's here on YouTube. He is the founder of Occult College. Check him out. I got a lot of his ooze, a lot of his oils, and I've been doing the mantras, and I like the discipline. So we got Lynn Palmer's Astrological Almanac, the Moon Sign book, and they tell you to get you like a daily planetary guide so you can follow the moon. But if you get the calendar, you will get almost everything the Moon Sign book has to offer, except for the little funny anecdotes or the tips that they give in the Moon Sign book. That's the only difference. And you don't have any sections to like write little notes in on each of the months or each of the weeks of the months. So that's the only difference. And I noticed that I tried to have the daily planetary guide and the Moon Sign book, and I try to constantly log in them, but usually around like April, maybe May, maybe June. This year I think it was July, but I usually fall off in writing in them every day because it's tedious. I was trying to use them as a journal. So but this year I just got the calendar, the astrological calendar, and I'm going to get back to writing in my grimoires so that I can build them and that it can grow. Because grimoires have a thing where they're like most things that attract energy. The more you write and use them, the more powerful the contents will be. So I'm going to post once a week. Sundays are I call them spiritual Sundays, and that's most likely when you will have a new video. So again, I hope you guys, I just want to give you something to take you into 2021. Something that I always get every year that pertains to my magical practice. And meet me here. I hope to have you guys for a long time. A lot of hope, right? Peace.